Hello and welcome to Deepdale Podcast, December 2019. Thanks for listening to this episode. This isn't our usual setup. I'm not sitting in the sitting room with Georgie or Simon. I'm Jason and I'm recording this sort of ad hoc before I play you some interviews that we've had with a whole bunch of people over the last few weeks. They're going to be talking about everything from the Boxing Day dip at Cromer to the Christmas market that's just passed and events like the Deepdale Conservation Weekend. We're going to introduce you to Nathan, who's going to be our new member of our team at Deepdale. And generally, it's a sort of a recap of what's been on and what's coming up. Of course, there are some fabulous events coming up between now and the end of December, which you definitely don't want to miss out on. So you can head down to the beach on Christmas Day at Hunstanton and jump in the sea with a bunch of other slightly insane people who are thoroughly enjoying their day out. You can head to Sandringham and see the Royals as they come out of their Christmas Day service, which seems to be an annual tradition for many people. And of course, you can join me and many other mad fools jumping in the sea at Cromer on the Boxing Day dip. Don't forget that things like the parkruns at Holkham and Hunstanton continue throughout the month. The Jolly Sailors Quiz Night continues, and there's a whole bunch of events happening with the Norfolk Wildlife Trust. And of course, there's the Christmas Day out at the Fakenham races on the 17th of December. But basically, there's a lot going on, and you shouldn't miss any of it. It's a great time to come and visit the North Norfolk coast, and yeah, we'd recommend camper van, come and stay in the hostel, whatever takes your fancy. But this is a lovely time to be here, even if it's just to walk across a beach which is almost completely deserted and watch the wildlife before heading to a pub for a really nice meal in front of a roaring fire. Definitely worth coming to. Anyway, head to our website for any more events. That's deepdalebackpackers.co.uk/events. You'll see a whole lot of stuff going right through into next year. And now let me pass you over to all those lovely people that we've talked to in the last few weeks. Cheers. So I am standing, we were in sunshine a minute ago, but it's just hidden behind a cloud, so we might hear us shivering. It's November. And it's the Conservation Weekend, and we are standing outside Downs Barn, and I am here with Harriet and Nathan. You will probably hear various noises in the background as they build. The team of volunteers are building wood stores, and yeah, you'll hear vehicles going backwards and forwards and stuff. They're removing pheasant pens and doing all sorts of other interesting work around the woods. November Conservation Weekend is all about woods work, and February's all about new planting, so hedges and trees and that kind of thing. But I'm going to introduce you to Nathan because he is going to become a permanent member of the Deepdale team from January, and Harriet, his lovely wife, is getting quite excited about being up here as well. So it's really lovely to welcome these two to the Deepdale crew.
I have a huge smile on my face. Yes, I'm very, very excited. Really delighted to be joining. We're having a great weekend, and we've been talking about this for quite some time now, I think, about what we could do with Deepdale Farm in the future. So we've been doing some stuff to bring the woodland into management here, and we've been running some great volunteering weekends with an amazing group of people, many of whom keep coming back again and again. And as Jason likes to say, we work them till they bleed, not literally. We have a simple rule, which is if you're cold, it's because you're not working hard enough. But yeah, I mean, people get really well fed, and it's very sociable and very friendly, and we've been having lots of fun. But yeah, for me to be joining the team full time now, I'm absolutely delighted, and this is really a sort of a dream job for me. I'm very, very excited and really looking forward to what's coming next.
So Harriet, are you excited about this sort of being home? It's going to be very, very different to London.
Yeah, no, so excited. Just really looking forward to the change. I mean, we've been coming up here for various reasons for 10, 20 years, and now this is going to be home. And yeah, we're ready for a change, just excited to kind of really get into the community, meet more people, get to know people better that we know a little bit already. And yeah, I mean, we've got countryside, we've got sea, we've got salt marsh, we've got beaches, what's not to love? So yeah, can't wait. It's going to be great.
And have you been hamming up on your general knowledge for the Jolly Pub quizzes on Tuesday nights?
Well, we did some important market research last night, which was that we went to the Jolly Sailor and had a few pints. But I didn't know about the pub quiz, so that's new.
Tuesday nights, you need to pull together your local pub quiz team, and it's £2 per person, and the winner takes half the pot, so it's pretty good.
My reading recently has been somewhat more niche. I've been reading books such as Lockhart and Wiseman's Crop Husbandry, including Grasslands, and the Farm Management Manual, and various other books, which I think I'm going to need some of what are in these books, because coming up to work at Deepdale, I'm coming from the background of having done primarily urban nature conservation with London Wildlife Trust, but also some with the National Trust. And so this is quite a change for me. So yeah, much of my general knowledge at the moment is geared towards agriculture and farming and regenerative agriculture and cover crops and various other things that we're going to be talking about from next year.
Those are going to be massively useful for you and I in the office. I'm not sure they're going to win you the Jolly Pub quiz, but that's okay. You can add those in due course. Yeah, you can test out the options, but that's going to be your local. You realise.
Indeed. And I mean, I have got a brain full of trivia anyway. For example, as we were walking down here, I've just been nerding out saying that we were enjoying the apricity, which is, apricity is a beautiful word for this time of year. It's the warmth of the sunshine on a cold winter's day. So, things like that, I'm sure that will come in handy. And I still have a brain full of rubbish on movies and music, which I will definitely be using.
You are good on movies, definitely.
Yeah, he did think, but not so good at the. We discovered last night, not maybe top notch on Double yet.
I think my instincts were somewhat dampened by a hard day of work. At least that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it.
In case you have no idea what Double is, the conservation weekends have become hard work out in the wide open air and under the giant skies of the North Norfolk coast during the day, and then the evenings become very sociable, which includes lots of very silly games, including Double, which gets horribly competitive at points. There's a lot of banging of tables and getting very excited when out first, and it's thoroughly enjoyable, and a different side of some of the conservation volunteers comes out.
Yeah, it all got pretty intense last night with a lot of people shouting cheese or igloo or whatever the icon.
That's not a dolphin. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, as these things do. So you're going to probably hear quite a lot of these two on the podcast over the next few, hopefully the next few years, as we develop the podcast and we develop lots of projects at Deepdale. But if you want to join us for the next conservation weekend, it's in February. It's first weekend of February, and we're really looking forward to probably doing a lot of hedge repairs. We think that's probably on the list, isn't it?
We've got some beautiful old hedgerows, hawthorn primarily hedgerows on the farm, and these are the hedgerows that were put in when basically at the time of the enclosures. So they're really old. They've been there for a long time, but they get a bit gappy, and they're in need of a bit of TLC. So we're going in and we're repairing those hedgerows, and we're also planting species-rich hedgerows on the campsite, and it's all basically to provide a mix of flowers and fruits to support pollinators and small mammals and birds, and they also just happen to look really lovely as well. But yeah, we'll carry on doing repairs of the hedgerows, and as we also bring the woodland into management, one of the things that we'll have is lots of trees as we're thinning in the woodland, which some parts of the woodland really need us to thin these trees out, and we can use some of that material to also create dead hedging, which is where we use brash, the twiggy bits at the top of trees. We lay those down, and we can essentially create new areas of hedging that eventually they will break down, and they'll be taken over hopefully by brambles and all sorts of other good things. So hopefully, everything is connected on the farm, and we can use products from the wood to improve various other areas of the farm. And we just can't wait to get into it. And this conservation weekend, for example, has been brilliant because we are building log stores with a combination of materials, including some old pheasant pens that we've recovered from the woodland and some pallets from the farmyard. And with those log stores, we'll be able to provide cover for wood that we have taken out of the woodland, and we will be seasoning that over the next couple of years so that we can burn that wood at the Deepdale Festival and other events on the farm, and potentially also do some charcoal burning. So if you join us as a volunteer in the next few years, let's make some charcoal, or just enjoy a comfortable fire with trees from up the hill.
Cool, thank you, Nathan. Yeah, so we tend to talk about the conservation weekends and other conservation stuff we do at Deepdale on our Facebook group called the Hedge Collective, which was suggested by Kat, one of our regular conservation people, and it's become a sort of real hive of interesting conversation about conservation in general. Sort of people posting things on about tree information they found and courses and that sort of stuff, and it's going to become a sort of a real hub of information for anybody wanting to come and help us here at Deepdale. They are a really lovely bunch. You'll come and meet, if you come and join us anytime, you'll come and meet some really interesting people. And as Nathan gets his feet under the desk and gets through some of the list that's ever growing, the idea is that hopefully the conservation stuff will become more regular, so it won't just be 2 weekends in the year. It'll be other days and weekends, courses, that sort of stuff. So watch that space. Head to the Hedge Collective on Facebook, and come and join us some point. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks very much.
Cheers. Thank you.
Hi guys, we're sitting in the sitting room. It's looking a little bit of a mess at the moment because there's boxes of cables and speakers and boxes of Tim stuff after a fabulous Sunday session from Emma O'Reilly, who is sitting here with me on the sofa. Thanks so much for playing. It was absolutely wonderful, Emma.
Thank you so much for having me. Really appreciated being here. Great room to play in.
And it was packed. The whole place was full, which was great. I don't think there was barely a seat in the house.
Yeah, it was good. It's really nice to perform to an audience of about that size. You really feel like you can actually kind of connect to people individually and genuinely be there with them. Whereas in, sometimes if it's bigger venues, you feel like people are kind of like clinging to the walls and stuff. It's hard to actually get a bit of a unified feeling there. Yeah. But I like the space. I like the couches and everything. There's a bit of a house party vibe.
That's cool. Yeah, we've Paul and Sue, who were here, who are regulars to Sunday sessions. They do their house concerts, and it's been really nice to kind of link up with them. They discovered us kind of doing the fact that we do the Sunday sessions, and we've kind of been over to see them, and it's really nice of sharing artists. And I know that you were chatting to me at the end of the evening, so hopefully we'll be seeing you at the Garden House at some point. But just what makes a good gig for you?
Oh, wow. That's a difficult question because different gigs give you different things. So, I do a lot of different types of performance. So sometimes I'll be getting different things out of different shows and things. So like a gig like tonight is great because you can really you can be on mic, you can be off mic. You can kind of be just a little more impromptu with the audience. Then sometimes it's lovely to play like a slightly bigger venue that has a bigger kind of more, bigger kind of like sound equipment and bigger things like that, because you can get more of like a bigger, more epic sound. And you probably heard this evening I'm quite into that like theatrical thing as well. Yeah. So it can be fun to do it in that sense as well. And then I've also done like gigs with much smaller audiences or similar sized audiences that are like scratch nights where I'm trying out totally new material or like doing audience interaction things and that kind of stuff. And then sometimes I'm doing choral performances. Sometimes it's like weddings. Like it really depends. But I think my favourite gigs are the ones where there is a listening audience, because there's stakes involved in a gig like that. You don't want to screw it up. You want to really give people value for the fact that they've come and spent time with you. Like that is something that is more and more precious with every smartphone that gets purchased and every amazing app that we get to, help us meditate or help us socialise or do whatever. Moments where you actually get to come together and people are listening and you are giving them something that they want to get. It's just it's one of the magic parts of being human, let alone making music. So I think a good gig for me, I suppose when I get right down to it, a good gig for me is when you really connect to the people that are around you. So I feel like I had that today.
Yeah. That's great. And I think, because it's interesting, when I was sort of chatting to people at the festival and stuff, which you of course opened bravely, against the weather and everything else. But actually, I think it was almost dry for your session. But it was. A thing I find fascinating is what inspires people. You talked a little bit about that in the Sunday session, but for the people who are listening to the podcast who weren't necessarily here this evening, what kind of, is there a particular thing that always grabs you, or is it just you just don't know when it's going to take you? That you hear something and you think, oh wow.
It's very varied. It's very varied. Yeah. So I talked about it like early in my career. A lot. I was quite preoccupied with fairy tales and stuff and songwriting. I do still like those kinds of themes. I don't really write them as much anymore, but I like narratives. I like plays. Sometimes when I'm bored with myself as a songwriter, I'll just dip into a different world. Like there's a song I wrote recently it was kind of like a Twelfth Night reference. It was from the point of view of a character in Twelfth Night, not necessarily in that kind of the type of language that Shakespeare uses, but just I was kind of a bit bored of writing about myself, a bit bored of writing about my own life. I was like, I'm a bit like bored with my own life right now. I think I'm just going to dip into another character's life and drop in at a specific point in the story and document kind of how they feel. So I suppose there is a theatricality or a narrative element that I do like to bring into songs quite a lot. I'm very inspired by art and poetry and what I read and images from what I read. So sometimes that's what will call me into a moment where I write something. It's not always the way, but it does crop up really regularly in my work, I think.
Yeah. And last question, but what brought an Irish lass to Norwich?
Oh God, this is a long story. Do you want this story?
Is this going to be one of those long Irish folktale kind of stories,
involving leprechauns and the good folk? Well, I was in university with a friend of mine called James. He's an Oxford fella, and he turned 30 about it's nearly 3 years ago now. Sorry, James, I've just outed your name on air. He wanted to go to Lundy Island for his birthday, which is off the Bristol Channel, and I was like, go to an island with no one I know. That sounds like a great idea. So I went there. Actually, some old college friends ended up being there as well, so it was good. But we got stranded there because it's a helicopter service in the winter to get to the island because the sea is too choppy for commercial sailings. So there was a big ass fog. Helicopters don't do fog, which I didn't realise until I was stuck on an island, a tiny, tiny island that used to have puffins for currency. That is true.
Excellent.
And so we kind of got bonding with people there. And at the time, he was seeing someone from Norwich. And she had brought her best friend from Norwich also. And we just got on like a house on fire. Naturally, by the time we did, the weather events had cleared. Also, Hurricane Doris blew in while we were on the island. So we were there for almost a whole extra week. We were supposed to be there for 3 days. So we became really good friends. Couldn't afford the flights home by the time I got off the island. So I was like, I can't afford a flight home till like Wednesday. And they were like, well, we're going to Norwich. Come to Norwich. So came to Norwich. So I went from being on an island surrounded by fog to being in the opening night of Bar and Beyond the next day. Excellent. I was like, my life is very weird. And then I just kind of hung out in Norwich for a day or two, saw some of the sites, booked myself some gigs for that summer. And when I came back over the summer, I met more people and one of them is even here tonight at the gig. He's one of my patrons on Patreon. And I met a friend there who offered to help me out with some cheap rent, basically, when I moved here. I'd had to leave Dublin at that point because Dublin had gotten too expensive for me. So I was like, do you know what? Yeah, this feels right. It feels like this place is ready to offer me something. So I want to come and see what I can do, and I'm here.
Fantastic. Well, thank you again for such a fantastic Sunday session. It was lovely, and it was just, you could hear a pin drop in here most of the time. People absolutely loved your stories and the songs. It was wonderful. So thank you so much for playing, and we really look forward to seeing you at Deepdale again soon.
I can't wait to be back. Thank you.
No worries. Thanks very much. And in case you've obviously missed this Sunday session, because if you weren't in the crowd today, you missed it. But we do Sunday sessions most months. We do the intimate sitting room sessions like this one through the winter, and then we move into the courtyard and the brick barn during the summer. keep an eye on our website. We've got a couple more. We've got a lovely lady called Katie who's playing for us in February, and the Shackleton Trio are playing for us in June. But we advertise them all on our website and our Facebook page. So keep an eye out, and you will hopefully come and join us for another one of our Sunday sessions. Thanks again, Emma.
Thank you.
Here are a few chats with various different stallholders around the Deepdale Christmas Market. So I'm standing here behind the sound desk where I'm not often allowed with our wonderful Tim, who does all our sound. You can hear the lighters in the background. How's the Christmas market gone for you, Tim?
Busy but fun.
So Tim does the sound desk, but he also has a whole heap of other electrical projects he has to do before this event. Nobody quite sees the work that goes into the setup of this. And tonight will be a long breakdown, but we'll get there in the end. But thank you again for all your help, Tim.
No worries. And here's to a pint later in the Jollies.
I think pint and pizza, possibly, yes. Yeah.
Sounding like a fine plan.
Cheers. So I'm here with my fellow organiser, Estelle, who is without whom the Christmas market would not happen at all. So how's it gone for you?
Brilliant, marvellous, really enjoyed it this year. Don't know why, but it's just been busy and crazy yesterday. But yeah, I think it's been one of the best ever, actually.
I think the stalls feel pretty similar. So yeah, Estelle's one of those people that you don't see a great deal of her at the front of house, but you have no concept of the amount of work that she has to do in advance of these events. You know, it's a good year's work for this event. I think we already started work on next year's a few weeks ago, so it's huge. So thanks a lot, Estelle. Thank you so much for all your help.
No, thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming. Thank you to Jason for organising it with me. And yeah, it's been a great year. Thank you.
So I'm standing here in the Brick Barn, which is full of stallholders at the Deepdale Christmas Market, and I am standing with...
My name's Jeff Thomas, and me and my wife, we run Wickham's Candle Company, or the Honourable Wickham's Candle Company. We've had a absolutely fabulous 3 days. The customers have been amazing. We've had lots of lovely sales and met lots of lovely people, and can't wait to come back again. It's been absolutely brilliant.
That's great, thank you. And we've got the lighters playing in the background, and I'm going to wander around and see if I can get some vox pops from one or two of the other people. Cheers, guys. So I'm here with Karen, and she's sitting in front of her jewellery stall. How's the Christmas market been for you?
Absolutely phenomenal. It's been brilliant. You even arranged the frost this morning, so it looks so Christmassy.
Thank you, Karen. I'm glad. I love the flashing jumper. Excellent stuff. So we're still in the Brick Barn, and what's your store name and what's your name?
I'm Penny, and this is Sharpen Crafts. We make all our own decorations with reclaimed timber and bring them here every year now.
So you've had a good Christmas market this time?
Yes, we have. We had a good one last year as well. People seem to like us. They've come back to us and bought for the second year.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you for joining us again, guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers. So I'm still in the Brick Barn here, and I'm standing next to Richard Rood, who is one of our regular crafters. You'll see him making out in the orchard for the spring market, and he's one of the stalwarts here in the Brick Barn for the Christmas market, and you'll also find him in the pop-up shops during the year. So Richard, how's the Christmas market been for you this year?
It's been excellent. I should have brought more stock.
We always like that, that's good.
It's been non-stop from morning till night, and look forward again next year.
That's great, thank you, and we look forward to seeing you hopefully at the spring market as well with your hand. How do you describe it? Hand lathe?
It's a treadle lathe. Goes back to about the 1400s.
Fantastic. Yeah, you'll see him in the orchard making beautiful, beautiful things with that. So it's fantastic. Thanks a lot, Richard.
You're welcome.
So I'm in the charity cafe, and Jackie's looking really nervous because I'm about to put the microphone in her face. You can hear the nervous laughter in the background. Come on, Jackie. How's your first Christmas market been?
Crazy, but it's good, all good.
She's serving homemade cakes like it's going out of fashion, raising huge amounts of money. And here's my regular podcaster, Georgie.
Hi. I don't really know what to say. You've just thrust a microphone at me. Hello.
So how's the market been for you?
Busy, but really, really good. I was only here last year. I think it's probably the busiest year yet, but I'm really enjoying the Christmas Cafe. I can't believe how much, I won't mention any numbers, but we have made a ridiculous amount of money, and it's just brilliant. It's been so much fun.
It's going to be great. So we support St Martin's Housing, and we also support the People's Picnic, and all the profits go to those two. And these guys work their arses off, both cooking and serving. It's fantastic, and we've got a win the gingerbread train, so that is a serious gingerbread train too. So looking forward to whoever wins that one. But come on, Jenny, you going to say something?
Hello.
She is wearing her Jingle Bells top, which has become a sort of a stalwart behind the counter of the Christmas market. So this is run in the Backpackers Courtyard in the hostel, and you can hear music in the background, and there's so much for sale, and it's a warm place in a otherwise fairly chilly day. So it's good. Thank you guys. See you later. So I'm standing on the drive doing exactly what we tell people not to do, and I'm standing with my two sheriffs, well, the sheriff and his deputy. Who have been basically sticking their arms out and telling people where to park for 3 days, and quietly and gently, calmly, and less so sometimes, asking people to step to the side, which you'll probably hear now, so that the cars don't run them over. Sunday driving and Sunday walking are clearly one in the same thing. So people are still turning up late on the Sunday afternoon, which is lovely. How's it been for you, Steve?
It's been good. Today's been a little bit quieter. Yesterday was absolutely manic, but we managed to get everybody in and everybody out safely. We're just waiting now to remove the coach, which is just about leaving, and then we can start casually winding everything down and taking all the signs and everything down and putting everything away for storage ready for next year.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you for all your help on this. And Mark, how's it been for you?
Wow, busy. The best one yet, though. I think it's probably been the busiest every single day. The weather's been kind to us, so it's been a very, very good weekend.
Well, thanks again for both your work. You're both fantastic. It would be a much harder job to do this without you. So thank you very much, guys. So I am standing here on the walk through between the brick barn and the orchard tent. And I have the lovely gentleman from Driftwood Birds. Are you going to introduce yourself?
Yep, Brian Slater, Driftwood Birds, and I am selling the most wonderful things on the planet. Come and see us in the orchard.
It's too late for the sales pitch. At the moment, the event's over.
We haven't got anything left. It's all gone.
So you've had a good market then?
We've had a brilliant weekend. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been excellent.
Good.
Looking forward to Easter.
Excellent. Yeah, Brian and his Driftwood Birds, they're with us for the spring market normally as well. So hopefully we'll see him again in March.
We certainly will.
Excellent. See you then.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Bye.
So we're standing outside the pop-up shops opposite the walkway tent. I am here with Sheila and Chris, who are the key members of the Deepdale crew. And how's the weekend been for you?
Fantastic. I've had a brilliant time. I'm having a brilliant time. Yeah, it's really good. This is the first chance we've had to look round. We've been so busy in the charity cafe, which is absolutely brilliant. It was just how we wanted it, but it's just been really, really busy and good. So, yeah, we're having a little look around for some Christmas presents, and we've got a few. We've bought one, haven't we? We bought a basket of cyclamen and ivy for Chris's mum and John. So we're on the way. We're getting there. Yeah, it's really good. Really, really good.
And so this is Chris, who has finally got some lunch at about 3:30 in the afternoon. It's the story of our lives on a busy weekend like this. So how's it been for you?
Yeah, amazing. Absolutely amazing. So busy. Busier than last year. Charity cafes gone really, really well. We're raising a record amount for homeless charities in Norwich, which is just fantastic. And the music over in the courtyard has been awesome. The Shackleton Trio yesterday were just supremely on fire. They were on fire. So yeah, great weekend.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for all your help, guys. And I'm going to go and find a few more stallholders that actually are prepared to speak into the microphone. If I don't tell them before I do it, then they often say yes. So that's great. And you'll probably, as you're listening to the podcast, I'm sure you'll hear other stuff with both of these two. So we'll talk to you later. So I am here in the orchard tent. I'm standing with John Clifton, who you will know from the amazing photographs he's taken of the festival in the past and other events. How's it been this weekend?
It's been brilliant. Yeah, it's been a good few days. Yeah, really good. Lots of people looking at the pictures, interested in photography walks around the coast. Yeah, really good. Really good.
And how are the feet? Are they really sore?
They're not too bad actually. The trick is to stand on cardboard, I've been told. So yeah, I've not got cold legs, so yeah, we're all right, and the feet are all right. Yeah.
Thanks, John. That's brilliant. So we're in the orchard, and I'm with Sarah, and Patrick has cottoned out of, wimped out, I think we could say, out of speaking on the podcast. So how's the weekend been for?
It's fantastic, thank you. We've launched our new Whirlybird gin, which we have launched in aid of East Anglian Air Ambulance. So the bottle costs the same as all of our other gins, £4 from every bottle going to Air Ambulance, and we've sold out. So we're taking orders for anybody who's still interested. We've got some warm plum brandy, come and try that. It's been a lovely weekend, thank you very much.
Excellent, thanks for coming again. Cheers. So still in the orchard tent here, and I am with
Lara, and I'm from Izzy Rainey.
There you go. Where did the name Izzy Rainey come from?
Well, Izzy, my business partner, is the designer, and her name is Izzy Rainey, so it just seemed right to name it that.
Seems very logical. That's horribly logical. And how's the weekend been for you?
Absolutely fantastic, as ever. Lots of wonderful customers and lots of other lovely stall holders. So yeah, brilliant weekend.
Good. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
See you soon. Yeah. So I'm here, and I am with
Angelica Fisher and the Norfolk Cider Company.
And you've been selling hot apple cider, haven't you, this weekend?
I sure have, yes. Something to keep you warm.
It's seriously delicious. Seriously delicious. And how's the weekend been for you?
It's been very good, thanks to the nice cold weather. Yep, not bad at all.
Excellent. And where are you based?
We're based, we've got our shop up at Roxton Barnes, and we actually press the apples down near Old Buckenham, Attleborough direction, as my father started up making cider with gamers in Attleborough many years ago.
Excellent. Well, thanks for coming to see us, and hope it's been a good weekend for you.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful, as always. Thanks, Jason.
Thanks a lot. So I'm still here in the orchard, and I am with
Amy from For Keeps.
And how's the weekend been for you?
It's been amazing. This is our 4th year and it's the best year yet. It's been so busy.
That's good. And have you got much stock left?
No. Hardly any. Everything's doubled up now on the shelves.
Excellent. And have you got any more events before Christmas?
No, this is always our last one.
That's good. Well, so we've cleaned you out just in time.
You have. It's perfect. Thank you.
No worries. Cheers. So I'm standing outside the orchard tent with Rob from Westfield Forge, and he has been beautifully making wonderful metalwork items while his lovely wife Dawn sells her hand-cut stuff. How's the weekend been for you?
Excellent, very good, very enjoyable. Can't complain.
That's excellent. And you'll hopefully be seeing Rob at the spring market, where he's out here making some fabulous creations while good music happens in the background. So, yeah, thanks for coming to join us again, Rob.
All right, it's a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Cheers.
That's not the way you get along. That's not the way you get along.
So we're here in the orchard, standing around a beautiful fire pit, and I am with
Lawrence Carter from Wonderwood Willow.
And these guys have created the most fabulous willow sculpture, willow sort of fire pit area in the orchard. It looks absolutely glorious. And how's the weekend been for you?
Yeah, really good, really busy. Lots of lovely people, all from all over the UK really. It's quite surprising where people come from to come here. But yeah, really nice, really nice.
Good. And would you come again?
Definitely, yeah, definitely. Be back next year.
Excellent, that's great. And hopefully we'll see these guys at the spring market as well, and the Hygge, creating some interesting things then as well, fingers crossed. So yeah, good stuff. Thanks a lot for coming. Cheers.
Cheers, thank you.
Here in the orchard, and I am with Martin from Bringing the Outside In and Nomad and the Bowerbird. How's the weekend been for you?
It's been really busy. We're always really pleased. It's kind of Saturday's always a mad rush. Nice calm start on Sunday, but it's been a good one for us.
So Martin is the organiser of many things. He's quietly spoken but madly busy, and he runs the North Norfolk The Guide. He runs the Norfolk Restaurant Week. He also runs 2 shops, bringing the outside in Holkham and bringing the outside in Wells. Oh, and of course then there's also Nomad and the Bowerbird further up the street in Wells as well. So you're a busy man.
And a coffee shop as well.
Yeah, of course, because you didn't need anything else to do in your life.
No, never anything else. There's always more to do.
At this event, Martin sells the most amazing Christmas decorations and willow reindeer and that sort of stuff. But you should always pop into his shops in Wells and Holkham because there's some amazing stuff in there as well. So thanks for coming and joining us again.
No, we're always pleased to be here. So look forward to next year.
Cheers, mine. So I'm here with James Spedding from Holkham Forge. James knows Deepdale well because he started his forge career having Deepdale Forge in the dim and distant past, but grew into ever larger sculptures of every shape and form. So needed more space, and the old Holkham Forge was the perfect place to go to. How's the weekend been for you?
It's been great, actually. Yeah, it's been fun.
So I'm here in the orchard, and I am with
Diana from the Little Owl's Nest.
That's great. And what do you do?
I sell a variety of children's clothing from 0 to 5 years, all organic, and then I also do some accessories for mums as well.
Excellent. And how's the weekend been for you?
Really good, really busy, great fun. Cold, but good fun, kept smiling.
So you can still feel your feet?
Yes, just about.
Excellent. Thanks for joining us.
Jeff Nerico from Sunfire.
And how's it been this weekend?
Absolutely brilliant. Well organised, a lot of attendance, I'm really happy.
That's good. And tell me a bit about what you sell. What's the range of stuff you sell?
I sell pork pies, sausage rolls, fresh sausages and cheeses. Yeah.
So what if you had to choose a favourite, what would your favourite cheese be?
The Baron Bigot. Yeah, that's definitely the most popular one. Yeah, made in Bungay, so really nice local cheese.
Excellent. Well, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome anytime.
Claire's panicking now because I've just said, Claire, this is Breckland Orchard, and you've got to be on the podcast, the Deepdale podcast. So, you are.
I am Claire, and I am Breckland Orchard.
And is this your first time running the stand here? Because normally you manage to send one of your team.
It is. I am here this year, and I've loved it. I've written on my Instagram stories that I'm literally staying. I'm hoping I'm just going to stand in this spot next week, and I'm going to hope you don't pick me. It's been so nice. Everyone is so lovely and so friendly. So I'm definitely doing it next year too. So yeah.
That's good. Claire last year nabbed me about halfway through the thing, probably my most harassed moment of the Christmas market, and said, I've been on this amazing course and you've got to go. And it was the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Wizards. You've got to apply. Oh, and by the way, the applications need to be in on Monday or so. It was something like that. And I was like, oh, right, okay. Anyway, I went and did the course earlier this year, and it was absolutely amazing. So a massive, massive thank you to Claire for putting me onto that. It's great. I'm glad it's going well.
Thank you. No, it's good. All good.
I was hoping that Di was going to join us, but she could not have moved more quickly if she'd tried away from the thing. So she's left Paul holding the baby literally, and he's got to say something for the podcast.
Well, firstly, a massive thank you to you and Estelle and to all the wonderful volunteers here and the amazing customers, of course. It's been a record-breaking Deepdale Christmas Market for me. So, what more can I say?
That's great. Well, I'm glad it's been good. Cheers, Paul. See you soon. Right. So I'm standing outside the walkway tent, and I am with Phil, who has been around here for a while, as he was one of our first employees when we opened the Deepdale Backpackers Hostel. How's the weekend been?
Very busy. Lots and lots of people, really nice people, but yeah, really busy.
And tell me, what are you selling?
We do artisan smoked fish, all oak smoked.
Fantastic. And it's a sort of a passion of yours, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. Yeah, really, really love what I do. Enjoy people sort of having our fish, and yeah, it's good fun.
Cheers, Phil. So I'm standing outside the walkway tent. I'm in one of the food courts, and I am with...
Pie Central, Mary Jane.
And how's the weekend been, Mary Jane?
It's been fabulous. It's been a really lovely atmosphere, busy, bustling, great gifts. I've actually spent my profit on some lovely pieces of local art, which I'm very proud of.
Excellent. It's always good that the stallholders support the other stallholders. Thanks a lot, MJ. So I'm in the Dalegate tent, still the Christmas market. Not long left to go now. I'm with James from James Beautifont. What do you describe yourself as? Artwork by James Beautifont.
Yeah.
He's I got a slight obsession with penguins, possibly.
Only slight. Yeah.
But he does the most beautiful pictures of penguins, which doing all sorts of things from stacking stones to holding an umbrella over their friend to dressed as Santa. It's fantastic. Where did the penguin thing come from?
It's a fascination from just as a child from penguins and that, but now I can't look at the world without this kind of like penguin filter. So whenever I see things, it's always how I reimagine them in this form.
Excellent. Well, it's a very healthy obsession. I like it. It's good, and it's they are beautiful pictures. And he sells cards and mugs and all that sort of stuff. So, how's the weekend been for you?
It's been fantastic. Once again, a great show. It's really friendly. People are happy, and it brings Christmas alive for me. And it's the start of the month, and it's great. Yeah.
Great. Cheers, James. Thanks a lot. So I am here in the Dalegate tent, and I am with
Emma from Beach Hut Charm.
How's the weekend been, Emma?
It has been spectacular. The customers have been amazing, and there's been lots of them, and the traders in here are very special. I must say, I shouldn't be biased, but this is the best tent going, and I love everyone.
Other people
here.
in other tents have said the same.
Yeah, other people in other tents obviously are all wonderful, but these guys are the best. So yes, it's been wonderful.
If Emma's sounding slightly distracted, it's because there is a beautiful puppy at her feet, and she's struggling not to watch that while I'm speaking to her.
I love the puppy. I do love, babies and dogs, and I'm happy. So, and I've seen plenty of both this weekend. So yeah, it's been lovely.
So what's been the biggest seller? The boys' lucky dip, the girls' lucky dip, or the earrings, or the necklaces?
We've had lots of personalised Christmas presents ordered, which I will be busy making this week. So and also lots of earrings and necklaces and lucky dips. So yeah, a good mix of everything really. But the personalised orders have been quite popular this weekend. So I will be busy making for the next few days and getting them all out for everybody, so they've got them in time. So yeah.
Excellent. Well, thanks for joining us again, Emma.
Thank you for having
Cheers.
me.
And we'll hopefully see you at the spring market.
Absolutely, yes. Wouldn't miss it. So thank you, Jason.
Great stuff.
You're awesome.
See you later. So I'm in the Dalegate tent, and I am with
Candy from Candy's Chutney.
She's feeling slightly nervous, as you might be able to tell. She's trying to put a professional posh voice on. It's not normal for her.
Common. I'm not common. I am posh.
I didn't possibly say that. It's just about it's got to the end of a long weekend, yes. And stringing more than two words together in a sentence is quite difficult, isn't it?
It's very difficult. It's been an amazing weekend, but it's a long weekend, and we're ready to go home now, Jason, please. But we sold lots of chutney, had a great day, great customers, great producers. If you've not been, you've missed it. So
we might be seeing you at the spring market?
If I'm allowed in, it depends on the management, because they might not let us commoners in. But I'm happy to bribery, blackmail, or carrot chutney, whatever it takes.
And the spring market is only Norfolk artisans, so we do have to say goodbye to one or two of the stall holders because they're across the border. But I think you're allowed.
I was born in Buckinghamshire. Is that all right?
You may have been born in Buckinghamshire, but your workshop is pure Norfolk. It's fine. Thanks a lot, Candy.
Thank you. Bye.
What I'm going to do, we're in here in the Dalegate tent at the Deepdale Christmas Market, and I am speaking to
David Hamer.
And what do you do, David?
We make upcycled glassware.
So tell me a bit more about that. What does that what does that entail?
Okay, so we take things like wine bottles, we put them in a kiln and heat them up and turn them, flatten them out and turn them into cheese boards. We also make little robins and little Christmas trees out of recycled window glass.
That's cool. That's what it's made out of. Because the Christmas trees are very cool. They're very, very Christmassy. I like them a lot. That's great. So how's the weekend been for you?
Oh, it's absolutely fantastic. Every year, more footfall and lots of paying punters, which is exactly what we're after.
Cheers. Well, thanks for joining us. Hopefully we'll see you at the spring market. You never know.
Pleasure. Thank you very much.
So I'm here in the Dalegate tent and I am speaking to
Christopher Clark.
What do you do, Christopher?
I make handmade male grooming, beard products, shower gels and shampoos.
What's the company called?
The Old Norse. Yeah, that would help, wouldn't it?
Don't worry, this is not a test, I promise. I promise. You won't get marked out of 10. It's fine. And how's the weekend been for you?
It's been great, yeah. The footfall's been amazing. People have been lovely. The workers have been in better. Yeah, enjoyed it. Really enjoyed
Smooth
it.
talker.
Yeah. Applications for next year? Yes, thank you.
Excellent. That's great. Thanks a lot, Chris. So I'm just waiting for a gentleman to finish eating his Pringles while before I ask him how the weekend's gone. I'm going to tell you. He's going to tell you who he is.
Oh, I'm Rob from Limbank Farm Cheese Company from Skegness in Lincolnshire.
And how's the weekend been for you?
Excellent, absolutely excellent. We've nearly sold out. A couple of the flavours have already gone, and we've still got an hour's trading to go. So yeah, fantastic.
So it's Christmas market. I'm here in Gone Crabbing, and I am with
Susie Mason.
So how's it gone, Susie? How's it been?
It's been fantastic. Very well organised. Lots of lovely people. Very, very fabulous atmosphere, and really love the singers.
That's good. Excellent. That's great. Thanks a lot, Susie. So I'm standing outside the Dalegate tent, and you can hear in the background the Claire Lawrence Music Academy singers. She's had students all weekend performing, and one or two of her choirs, and they have been entertaining us with lots of Christmas and festive music. It's a lovely addition to the weekend. And I am in the Hare and the Hen, and I am with Philippa. How's it been?
It's been wonderful, thanks, Jason. Yeah, the best ever, I would say. Lots of people, lots of good sales. Great, can't wait for next year.
So you've got anything left? Have you sold all your pots? You've got to bake some more?
The shop is empty.
So you're ready for Christmas then?
I am, yes, I'm ready. Yeah.
Excellent. So we get some calmer time now between Christmas now and Christmas, apart from the orders you've now got to fulfil.
That's right, yeah. I should be working hard.
And if you pop into the shop, you can often see Philippa throwing pots in here, which is fantastic. Is that the right term?
It is, yeah.
Excellent. And she hand paints these beautiful, beautiful dishes, which are all oven proof. So you should come and have a look. They're absolutely fantastic. She's at Dalegate Market as one of our tenants here, and it's a fantastic shop. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye.
In case you'd like to put the dates in your diary, for next year, the Deepdale Spring Market is the 27th to the 29th of March, and the Deepdale Christmas Market is the 27th to the 29th of November, the first weekend of Advent. Look forward to seeing you at both. And of course, the shops and cafe of Dalegate Market are open throughout the year, so you can come and visit us at any point. And just have a look up any of the details on dalegatemarket.co.uk. So big thank you for listening to this episode of the Deepdale podcast. Lovely to have you with us. I'll be back with Georgie, Simon and other members of the Deepdale crew in early January. Have a fabulous festive season, a very happy Christmas, and hope that New Year brings you happiness. See you on Cromer Beach on Boxing Day for a quick swim. We'll leave you with I'll Be Home for Christmas by our friend Tilly Moses.
I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents on the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, for